Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel, Crafty Cat Stitcher. My name is Kathy, and today is Thursday, July the 14th, 2022. This is my video number 72. My channel is mostly about cross stitch, mostly, and occasionally you'll get some other crafts sprinkled in. Whatever I happen to be working on at the time, because I do like to share other things. So I have been stitching a little bit, and it doesn't seem like a lot, but I think what I did this for the last 3 weeks was to work on fewer projects longer. Does that make, yeah, that makes sense, right? So I had fewer projects, but I worked on more days. So that's how I filled the days since I last saw you. So I'm going to start with some whips and show you what's going on around here. I will tell you, it's July in Georgia and it's hot, but it's not as hot as it was last month. Last month was crazy hot, in the 90s, and now we're down in the 80s. And I say down in the 80s, that's pretty good for this part of the world. So but I like it, and I'm enjoying the summer, enjoying more time off, and getting in some more stitching. So let's go ahead, and we're going to start with whips. And I'm going to start with this one because this one's on a roll frame. This is the one I'm currently working on. I think I'm going to still work on it a bit today. Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. I've been wanting to stitch this one for a long time. And I actually got a lot done on it. I finished this section, did the fence, and I started on this fence. And I'm really happy with it, the way it's coming out. This is where that, if you've been watching me for a while, there's a big linen slub in here. And for a while it bothered me, and it doesn't bother me anymore. Maybe a little since I'm talking about it, right? I'm stitching this on the called for fabric, which is Confederate Gray by Weeks, and all of the called for colors, because I really like the colors in this, and that's one of the things that caught my eye when I first saw this. So that is Strawberry Fields Forever, and I'm going to just put it down right here and hope that no cats come in and knock it over. I have a tote bag hanging on the doorknob there, and it's an old tote bag from the post office, like from, I don't know, maybe the early 2000s, and it had a kitten stamp on it, and I should have brought it, but it's okay. I think it freaked out my cats because I shut the door and I didn't have any other bags hanging over it like I usually do. And when Rigby saw it, her tail got, you know how cats' tails get really big? Her tail got really big. She was really upset. It was a picture of a kitten. Now, granted, it's a big kitten because it's a close-up, but I just thought that was funny. All right, so I did a little Christmas in July stitching. Christmas Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. And that's what it looks like. I'm going to put it over there. And I'm stitching this one also in all of the called for colors, which I believe it's all Classic Color Works, Classic Color Works, and Weeks Dye Works. And there it is. That's what I've got so far, which is, I'm enjoying it so much. So, you know, I'm kind of getting to that halfway point on it. And it's so cute and so little, and it's adorable. And Rudolph doesn't have a red nose yet, but that's okay, he will. 32 count. I don't know. Didn't I say I was going to do better with that? I'm working on it. I'm working on it, friends. Okay, so next up was Plum Street Samplers Turkey Bay. I really want to get this one done this year before Thanksgiving, maybe. I think that would be really cute to put out. And I'm stitching it on 20 count even weave. It's like a Joblin even weave, and it's kind of antique white. And this one I'm doing all in DMC, the call for DMC. And as you can see, I'm getting there. I am getting there. So you can see the other half of the boat, and yeah, I've got some things to put in there still. But it's coming along, and I'm going to try to get this one done. I would really like to. Okay, so my last whip is a start. I decided to join Cross Stitch Camp from Colorado Cross Stitcher. There's a group on Facebook, and there's a project every month, or a prompt every month. And this month, July, is to stitch something that you're going to turn into something other than framing the piece. So you're going to turn it into something, and I thought it's about time for me to do a biscornu. So I don't know why I've been like, I don't know, I can do this. I know I can make one of these. They've been around for a long time, and I've always looked at them and said, oh gosh, that looks hard. And I don't think I'm going to just do it. So I chose this one by Crocetta Go-Go, and it's Bee-autiful. And it's really pretty because on the top, you get your bees, and on the bottom, you have some flowers. So let me show you what I've done so far. And I'm stitching this with the call for threads. It's all DMC, and there's only like 5 colors in it, which is kind of cool. And let's show you the fabric. Look at it. I'm stitching a bee. Isn't that cute? The fabric is a 32 count Lugana. It's color and cotton, and it's a limited edition color, and it's a real pale sage color. I think I just got it, and I might have shown it in a previous video. And it's 32 count, but it feels to me more like 36. It's really, really tightly woven. I had to find a 28 needle, which is working out really well now. So there he is so far. So, yep. So that's just kind of something different and fun, right? And you're not going to believe it, but that is it for my stitching. How can that be in 3 weeks? That's all I've done. I will say that, you know, there are some days that I don't stitch, especially work days. I just seem to be, my eyes feel really tired. So, but it's okay. Okay, so that was my camp start for July. I'm not going to finish it in July, but I think it's a cool start. I like it, and it's an extra whip that I am going to enjoy doing and finishing. So I'll keep you posted. So I'll tell you a funny Stitch Day story. So my group meets every month, and we meet in a centralized location. And because some of us are north of Atlanta, and some of us are more southwest of Atlanta, and it's about between the farthest points, it's like 91 miles, I think. And we were invited to meet, and then, well, there's more members that are more like centralized. So we were invited to meet at one of our friends' house that lives south of Atlanta. And so it's like an hour and 45-minute drive. And so we decided, you know, that sounds like a great plan. So we all decided to make a day out of it. And I'll bring, and we usually bring our own lunches to Stitch Day, which is fine. But this time we decided we're all going to bring a salad and Peggy baked a cake, and I'm going to insert the picture of the cake right here. Okay, isn't that cool? It's an Oreo cookie, but it was delicious. It was worth the calories, and it was, she said it was kind of a cross between a brownie and a cake, and it really was. It was really delicious. So anyway, so it's pouring down rain, and it took us a little longer probably to get there, and but fine, everybody made it. Everybody got there safe and sound. And here's the funny part. Nobody stitched. Stitch day and nobody stitched. We talked and talked and ate, and then we talked, and it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed ourselves so much. And Thea was a good hostess, and it was just a really pleasant day. And luckily, we didn't hit any more rain. Sheila and I drove in. Sheila's my sister, who is a fellow stitcher, and we drove in together, which was really nice to have somebody in the car kind of point me in the right direction. So, but it was funny. We didn't stitch. Everybody brought their stitch stuff and had it by us, and before you know it, was time to eat lunch, and then before you know it, it was like, oh, it's time to go home. So that was stitch day. I would have probably had more done, wouldn't I, if I actually had taken my stitching out. Okay, so that was my funny stitch day story. The door just mysteriously opened, so I'm going to assume it is feeling related, and we'll see what happens with that. So let me get a quick sip. Okay, so I got some new stuff, but you know what? I didn't buy a single thing this time. Not a single thing, but I have new stuff, and I want to show you what I got. And I'm going to start with something my friend Maggie sent me. She sent me a pretty card with a message inside. Maggie lives in Virginia. We don't see each other often, but she's a member of our group. And when she wants to come into town and stitch with us, and she has on a couple of occasions, she knows she's always welcome. Maggie sent me some charts. She sent me, this is by Summerhouse Stitchworks. It's called Star. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to stitch it. I'm going to. She also sent me, this is a future start. This is by Twin Peak Primitives. It's One Nation Under God. And there it is. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do this. Isn't that beautiful? So I asked Maggie if she had started stitching, because she has two of these. And she said she hasn't. And I said, I think this can be a fall start for me. Sometime in the fall. I think that's a good plan. Maybe I'll get something done before then. I don't know. Okay, so when we went to our Stitch Day of No Stitching, our friend Thea is extremely crafty, and she made each of us a set of accessories. She made these. Look at this. I'm going to put these right here. This is a tape measure. Look at it. It's felt and pearl cotton embroidery. Isn't that beautiful? Look. And then there's, I forgot what she called this, but it's like a little pinch pocket. Maybe that's what, I don't know what it's called really. I remember having a little coin purse like this when I was in grade school, and we used to have lunch tokens. We didn't have money for lunch. We got these little plastic tokens, and I had one, and that's where I kept my lunch tokens. And it was, do you ever remember those? They were like oval shape, and they were kind of like that thick, and there's a slit down there, and you kind of squeezed it open, and yeah, that's what it reminds me of. But this is more beautiful. Same coordinating colors, you know, all with felt and pearl cotton. Look at the work. Isn't that beautiful? And one more thing to go with it. A scissor holder. Look at it. Is that not the best? Look at it. So I'm of course going to be carrying these with me and using them with my stitching. So I received one more thing. I'm trying to think if I no, I didn't buy anything this time. That's a shock. But I did receive one more thing, and let's talk about this. I joined Cindy's Ornament Exchange, and if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I will put the link to the final video below. She has a video out and shows all the ornaments that she received. There's like 60, I forgot, I want to say 66, but I could be wrong on that. But, so I received, this is gorgeous, you guys. I mean, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Look how beautifully it's finished. Look. It's perfect. Everything about it is beautiful. The stitching and everything she chose to finish it with is gorgeous and professional, and I want to be able to finish like this. And I love this. Look. Okay, so I'll give you the details. It is Zinc House Row White Christmas 3 by Hands On Design. And she stitched it on 18 count coffee tea dyed Ada. And her name is, and I got permission to say her name, and it's Kasten Dunaway. Kasten, thank you so much for this. This is amazing. And, you know, honestly, when I saw this one, when I watched Cindy's video before she sent the ornaments out, and I saw this one, I go, man, that is a good one right there. They're all good. Let's just say that. I oohed and ahed more than not. I mean, I liked probably every one of the ornaments. They're all gorgeous. And you could tell people put a lot of time and effort into this project. And I think it was successful. Cindy seems happy with it. And thank you again to Cindy from Cindy's Cross Stitch for doing this. It was just a fun, happy little project to do. But one more view of this beauty. And look, so gorgeous. So I want to show you, I've been showing you a craft room curiosity. That's what I'm calling it. Just something that's in my craft room that's different or unique that I like a lot. And this one's really heavy, and I'm going to pick it up. It's my bee jar. It is a bee jar. Bottom is glass. This is metal. Top comes off, and it holds my unique bee collection. A lot of these are vintage. And I was collecting them for a long time, and it's just a pretty decoration, especially with the beads in it. I got this at this one store that I used to live by, and they sold, it was like upholstery fabrics for really cheap, and every once in a while they'd have like a table with different things on it like that, and I saw that, and the lady that checked me out goes, "What are you going to do with this?" And I said, "I don't know," but it's been in my house for probably 20 years now, so that's my curiosity for the month, or for the video, I should say. Okay. All right, I need help. I goofed. I goofed. Okay, I'm going to talk to you about this. I know I showed you this before. I'm stitching Gathering Acorns by Luminous Fiber Arts, Misty Purcell. And I really like this pattern. I like all of her gathering patterns, but I decided to start with this one. And this is how far I am. And I really like it. I am using, oh, this is where the problem comes in. I'm using Gentle Art Terracotta, okay? And so, this is how much I have left. This was really poor planning on my part. And, you know I've done this before, but the one I did last time was on Salute to Abigail. And that one was fine. I figured out a good solution for that. But this one, you can't really fudge it. So I said, well, I'm just going to order more terracotta. Okay. And this is what I got. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see the difference, but one is light, one is dark. This is actually a really beautiful color. It's really pretty. But this is what I'm using. And so this must be really old or somewhat old. And there it is. So here's my plea to you. If you have any Gentle Arts terracotta that's a darker, look, there you go, right there. It's 0590. And if you think it's darker, because look at this one, I don't see, it's not really coming through, but this one's darker. Even the darkest spot on this, I actually took this to Stitch Day, and my stitching friends looked at it and determined that even the darkest dyed area on this is not as dark as the color I'm using. So, okay, if you have any terracotta, Gentle Arts terracotta, that you can part with, I will buy it from you. And if you think it's like a darker color, this one is a lighter terracotta, more like a faded terracotta. Like I said, still pretty. I still like it, but I can't use it for this. So please contact me. My email address is below, and we can work something out if you have it, and that would be just wonderful if that's something that you can part with and don't mind doing that. My other option is just to start it over and just use this. And at this point, it's stitching, and this is not for a gift. There's no deadline on it. And so I really feel like I should be just, maybe that's what I need to do. So, but anyway, but on the outside chance that you have a dark terracotta, let me know. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so that was my goof. Yeah. Okay. So we had a drawing, a giveaway last time, and it was for the butterfly chart. It's not a chart, it's actually a booklet. It's got lots of butterflies in it, and they're really pretty. I did stitch some of these for different things, and but I'm ready to part with this. And the winner, the giveaway winner, is Julie to be. Julie, I'm going to comment on your comment and just send me an email with your mailing information. I'll get this out to you. Congratulations, Julie. And thank you for everybody who joined. And stay tuned. All right, I'm going to talk about plans. And I am going to do a couple starts coming up very soon. One thing I'm going to start is Forever in Peace by Sweet Wing Studio. I wanted to do a 4th of July start with this, but as it turned out, I was really into that Discord news. So I am going to start this, I believe, tomorrow. So that's my plan. I have the floss for it. I'm using, it's mostly the call for. If it's not exactly the call for, it's mostly the call for. But I still have to pick a fabric. Also, it's that time of the year when I have to, and I enjoy it. It's not like a have to, but I got to start thinking about the ornament that I always give my son and daughter-in-law an ornament every Christmas. And last Thanksgiving, we spent Thanksgiving with them. And I found these charts. And when I showed it to my daughter-in-law, she really liked them. So I'm going to stitch, this is going to be it. And I think what I'm going to do is choose 2 of them. And I'm going to finish them back to back. So there's going to be one on each side. So instead of using, having the stitch side in a fabric, or some kind of backing, I am going to do 2 of them and stitch them back to back. So the ornament, if it gets turned around, there's another design on the back. So I will be doing this. I have not pulled any threads or anything. I have not kitted this up at all, but I'm going to be starting it because I like to do this early so that I'm not rushing at the end, right? I think that's it. This is a short video, relatively. Let's talk about my 5 years on Flosstube. So we talked about that last video and how I'm here for 5 years, and that's unbelievable. I mean, I did not think I would still be here after 5 years. I thought, it might be a flash in the pan, something fun to do for a couple of months, but I'm still here, and this is video number 72, even though YouTube says it's more. So I'm going to do a nice giveaway for my 5th Flosstube anniversary. So here's what's going to be included in the giveaway. You're going to see a theme here. You're going to get Country Cottage Needleworks, and it's Bumblebee chart. And it originally had, it says crescent colors in it, and that's from way back, but they're not in there anymore. But you know what is? I kitted it, or I am supplying you with the DMC colors, and I chose some really good ones. I think very pretty. So that's one thing you're going to get. You're also going to get a thread keep from, like the ones I have in my shop, and it's, let's see if I can get this. Here we go. It's a bee. Remember, there's a theme here, and there's another bee, and there's a little bead charm for you. And that's what it looks like. Okay, so that's second thing. Third thing, I have a scissor fob. Look what you're getting. A bee scissor fob. Really cute. Okay, all right. And it's going to be in a bee project bag. And as you can see, my lighting is really helping this. The wings on the bees are glittery. I think, through working with this, and when I sewed this, a lot of the excess glitter fell off, which is great. So you won't have glitter everywhere. But it's got a little dotted, like a little little gold dots. And again, those are a little shiny. And there it is. Oh, and don't forget, look what it's got. So, and I might think of some other things to put in here. I've got it's going to be about 3 weeks before I do another video and announce the winner of this giveaway. And this is for my 5th anniversary. So let's see, what can we say? You know what? Why don't we say bumblebee for this drawing? If you want to enter the drawing, somewhere in your comment, say bumblebee. Because I know I have a bee thing. You might be talking about my Beavis cornu, but this one's say bumblebee. And you have to be 18 or older to give me your address. You please don't say drawing or giveaway or winner or winnings or prizes or anything like that in your comment. And please be a subscriber. Be a subscriber. Get it? Please be. Yes, I would like that. And you know, I do appreciate all my subscribers and commenters. And if you're here for the first time, thank you for watching today. I will be back in about 3 weeks. That usually works out really well for me. And at that point, we will talk about the winner of this giveaway. And let me see what other kinds of little things I can put in that bag. But this bag was, let me add, was made by me. I made this bag. Just special for this. And again, look at, you can see how sparkly they are. It's awesome. So, anyway, I thank you for being here today. I appreciate everybody who came in, and if you're new, I hope you come back, and I hope you consider being a subscriber. And please leave a comment. Let me know how you like the video. I'd like some feedback. This is 5th anniversary. So, yeah, that's where we are right now, 5th. So, I will see you again in about 3 weeks. And until then, I hope you have some good stitching time and you stay healthy and well and enjoy the summer or whatever season it is by you. Bye-bye.